Hey guys, it's me, King Mumsy, and today I want to talk about the cyberspace levels from Sonic Frontiers. Now, if you guys watched my video where I gave my brutally honest thoughts on them after I played quite a handful of them at EGX London last month, then you guys know that I was not a big fan of them at all. Were they fun to play? Yeah, kinda, but they weren't all that interesting compared to the rest of the game, especially the open zone when it came to like the combat and exploration. Not to mention that the janky controls and lazy reuse of both the old level themes that we've seen so many times before and also old level design as well didn't exactly help make me feel any less negative about them either. But unfortunately it gets worse. It gets so much worse in my opinion, because according to IGN and many other gaming journalists and even a big YouTuber named Some Call Me Johnny, the cyberspace levels, apparently they only have 4 themes, which are Green Hill, unfortunately, Chemical Plant, unfortunately, Sky Sanctuary, which IGN mistakenly called Sky Temple instead, which was kind of funny, but anyways, those 3 level themes are returning from the past, with the 4th and final one being the only one that is arguably original for the cyberspace levels. But the reason why I use the term arguably, because it's just another generic looking city level that we've seen before, and the reason why I use the term generic is because it just isn't that interesting to look at. It has no style or flair to it like in past city levels, like say Speed Highway from Sonic Adventure 1 and City Escape from Sonic Adventure 2 for example. You know, those were city levels, but they had a lot of style and uniqueness to them that made them so iconic and so pleasing to look at. So the city level in this game is not all that interesting or impressive either. Now, just to make it clear, IGN, Johnny and the other gaming journalists, they only played 6 hours of the game, and they also said that they played 2 hours on each of the first 3 islands, which are Kronos Island, Ares Island and Chaos Island. So obviously they didn't play the game from start to finish, but regardless, they did make it clear that they were already playing on a finished save file. I think that's what they said. Yeah, it was a finished save file, so they could basically access almost any cyberspace within those 3 open zone islands. So if all they played was Green Hill, Sky Sanctuary, Chemical Plant and the generic city place, when it came to the cyberspace levels in those 3 open zones, then that just tells me, and I'm pretty sure it tells a lot of other people too, that those are the only 4 themes that the cyberspace levels are gonna have in the entire game, which honestly just makes things look worse for the cyberspace levels, because the fact that they were reusing old themes which we were already getting really tired of. I know there's a certain amount of people out there that don't mind it, and you know what, fair play to you if you don't mind it, but there's a lot of long-time fans like me who are getting sick and tired of seeing Green Hill and Chemical Plant again, because they've been overused so many times. They first came back in Sonic 4 Episode 1, which to be fair was the first time they reused them, so it was whatever. In Generations, it was the second time they reused those themes, and the first time they used Sky Sanctuary, and you know what, it was fair enough, because Generations was meant to be a celebration of the past, and it was a really good one as well. Not to mention that the level design was absolutely top tier when it came to the Green Hill, Chemical Plant and Sky Sanctuary levels, so we let it slide in that game. And then in Lost World, they sort of brought back Green Hill, they just made it a little different, but not by much. And then Sonic Mania brought back Green Hill and Chemical Plant again, which a lot of us were not a big fan of, including me, but because those levels were so good in that game, we just let it slide. But we also made it very clear to Sega that we don't want to see reused levels again, and we made it even more clear to them that we don't want to see reused level themes again, especially after the release of Sonic Forces, because oh my god, seeing Green Hill again along with Chemical Plant again was absolutely tiring. And the fact that they're bringing them back again in Sonic Frontiers, like, yeah, you can make the argument that the cyberspace levels are optional, but it doesn't matter because it's still a important key part of the game. And let's be honest, a majority of people, when they first pick up this game, they are most likely going to gravitate to the cyberspace levels. One, just to see what they're like, especially if this is their first Sonic game, and also they're going to use that method to most likely beat the game, especially if they want to have a good time with this game. But yeah, the fact that there's only 4 themes, it's not a good sign for Frontiers. It's bad enough that they're bringing back old level themes, and the fact that they're just copy and pasting level design makes it so much worse too. Like here, there's a story reason for it because of what happens in the story and whatnot, but regardless, it's still cheap. If it was all 4 original level themes, then it wouldn't be a big deal, but but the fact that 3 of them are level themes that we've seen countless times before within the last 10 years are just extremely lazy on their end. Like, they clearly had to cut corners when it came to making a game like Sonic Frontiers, and it seems that they did cut corners when it came to the cyberspace levels, which is a shame, because if these guys are capable of making these really good looking open zones, then I'm confident that they could make really good boost levels or cyberspace levels, but instead they're just copy and pasting level design, and even worse, they're only using like 4 themes, 3 of them being old themes that we're sick and tired of, and 1 theme which is just another generic city level, which, like I said before, doesn't have any uniqueness or style to it. So yeah, the cyberspace levels are most definitely looking like the worst part of this game by far, and I don't think many people would disagree with that. Again, I know there's some people that don't mind cyberspace levels and how they are going to be in this game, but for me personally, I don't like the direction that they've chosen to take with them for this game. Also, I just want to say one more thing, but they said that the cyberspace levels serve as Sonic's memories, but they're being messed about with, which is why they are mixing old level design with old level themes, but Sonic was never in Skyrail in Sonic Adventure 2, so yeah, what's the excuse here? Like, am I missing something? Because Sonic never visited Skyrail once in that game, but yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was worth pointing out, but you know what, it is what it is. That's pretty much all I've got to say in regards to the cyberspace levels. Not a big fan of them. I think they're mediocre, and I think they're gonna stay mediocre when the game officially comes out, but that's just me, that's just my opinion. What do you guys think? Are you a fan of the cyberspace levels? Are you not a fan of them? Be sure to let me know down in the comment section below. Also, if you enjoyed the video or found it to be very informative, then be sure to leave a like on it. If you're new to the channel, then be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more future Sonic Frontiers content like this that I will be bringing to you guys in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is your boy King Mamzi signing out. Take care and peace.